choose. And this program is being recorded and will be available on YouTube on the Pure Life Health channel so that you could revisit just in case there are little snippets that you want to go back and indulge a little bit more. So Dr. Red, tell us about yourself.
Good afternoon. Greetings to each and everyone on this platform here tonight. Thanks to Pure Life Natural Health Store for sharing their space, their platform with me. My name is Dr. Red. People know me as Brian, some people know me as the Nutritionist. About 22 years ago, a light came on and I was introduced to the vegan lifestyle. Upon that, 5 years ago, I surrendered to what they call the alkaline lifestyle. At a point in my life, I watched my mother suffer from cancer and she succumbed to cancer. I saw my grandmother, from I know her, I never know her, to walk. And I was told that I should be careful because these sicknesses, diseases can happen to me. And I didn't want any of this to happen to me. So I took on this vegan alkaline lifestyle head on, and this is what I'm about today. I hope tonight that someone will take something, or everyone will take something from our presentation and manifest it in their daily lifestyle to improve your quality of life. Quality of life these days has been subdued by the different diseases that we have and the lack of knowledge. And I'm here this evening to share some of these things with you.
All right, you can go ahead and share some more with us.
Okay. Alkaline lifestyle, basically, it's a lifestyle where the body is either in two states, is either in an alkaline state, which is the best for it at the time. Doing an alkaline diet, diseases are rare. Yeah, we do get a disease, but easily to fight it with this lifestyle that we have. Some people call this alkaline diet. I rather to say it's a lifestyle. The lifestyle changes. I've been doing this on this journey of the alkaline lifestyle for about 5 years now straight. I haven't had any sicknesses in 8 years while I'm on this vegan thing. I've been a vegan for about 22 years. Haven't had any sicknesses over 8 years. I'm glad to say that. I've seen friends of mine with many different illnesses, and it disturbs me that we can eradicate these problems if we eat the right way, choose the right foods. But unfortunately, we've been taught wrong, taught differently. So we do different. And that's the reason why these days we're having a lot of people with many different illnesses. You have young people dying at a rate right now that's unbelievable because of lack of knowledge. This lifestyle basically was brought to my attention by the great Dr. Sebi. I don't know if anybody here is familiar with him. He's the founder of what they call an alkaline lifestyle, alkaline diet, where we basically eat food that comes from nature, that the Creator provided. As today, men are in the laboratories making vegetables for us, foods for us, the meats we eat, well, not meat, the meats that people eat, they're practically no good. They were actually made by a man in a lab, believe it or not. The chicken was not made at creation. There's no chicken in the book that we call the Bible. A cow wasn't even in this, neither too. So all these things were made by men, and they compromise our immune system.
Renee, turn your mic off.
I thought my mic was off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the immune system. So because of this, we're having a lot of people sick these days, and we need to change our diet in order to live a better life. I have a lot of people, few people that see me, they ask me, oh, why do you choose this lifestyle? You know, you're going to die regardless. Yes, we're all going to die. That's inevitable. But how do I live a good life in my old days? That's why I choose this lifestyle. I say at 70, 80 years old, people can't walk, can't run, can't do certain things. And I think that is a shame. If we do the right things, treat our body right, eat the right foods, get some exercise, we can live a good quality of life. We live in a society where our vegetables are all also made in a laboratory, or fruits are made in a laboratory. These gives us really no nutritional value, basically. Your carrots, your beetroots, your spinach, your broccoli, most of these things are made in a lab. Actually, you can find a patent number for broccoli and see how it's made in a lab. So basically, there's no nutrition, low value nutrition in these foods, I would say. So what we need to do is get back to original and eat the stuff that the creator provided for us, stuff with seeds in it. A seedless fruit gives us no nutrition value. We were made to eat stuff with seeds in it. We all are from a seed, basically. So we should go back to original. There's a few people that during my time, that I've followed and read and studied behind. Like I said, Dr. Sebi before, he's the creator of the alkaline lifestyle, I would say. But on top of that, there are other few, Dr. Layla Africa, someone that I read and study real hard from, and a close friend of mine, Zephyrin Mongrel, Dr. Zephyrin Mongrel, who transitioned on in February here to another lifestyle. But these are the people who I got my teaching from. And since I've been on this journey, like I said, have not had any illnesses, any sicknesses, thank God. And I have love for the human being, the race, love my people. And I'd love to see everybody living a healthy and happy life. Like I was going back before, the body's either in two states. You have the acid state, which disease thrive in the acid state. That's where you get your cancers from, leukemia, your different diseases, which can all be healed on an alkaline lifestyle. I would invite anybody to take a journey into that and see the benefits of it. There's a lot of benefits in this lifestyle. Like I said, I don't get up with pains in the mornings. I don't have pains in the nights. It's been working for me. I would suggest a proper diet, eating diet, starting with your breakfast in the morning. We should be drinking some water in the morning, a glass or two of water, preferably warm with some lime. Some people use lemons, it's all good. This helps to get the body ready for detoxification. In the mornings, we need to be detoxifying our bodies, get out the junks and the toxins from the day before. So I start with some water, lime water preferably. 30 minutes later, I'll have fruits, all kind of seeded fruits, apple, pear, berries, mangoes, variety of different fruits. Whatever's in season, I try to get it all. Fruits are, berries are very good too. You need antioxidants. It's very important also to get antioxidant. Eating the fruits actually prepares your body for detoxification, helps the body to detoxify itself. Usually the body has to break down the foods. Actually, going back, let me go back a step further on the water intake for a second, because water is very important these days. There are many different types of waters, brands of waters. Me preferably, I drink Fiji and I drink Mountain Spring Valley. It's in a glass bottle. I also go to the spring and collect my own water too. I try to stay in control of things that I can these days because the man has his hands in everything. So I try to get anything that I can. I shop at farmers markets, try to do organic all the time. Well, I do organic all the time. I try to do organic when it's available. I would prefer organic foods before conventional foods. Being organic is in its natural state. Yeah, I know these days we can't rely on they're fooling us saying, oh, this is not organic, that's not organic. But the mind is a powerful thing. And like I said, I've been eating these fruits. They say organic. I believe they're organic. And my mind tells me that they're organic and they're good for me. Once I consume these fruits, my emotions, my feelings are great. I go about my day feeling good. Have no great issues medical wise or anything. Upon detoxification, most people eat 3 square meals a day. So you should be using the bathroom 3 times a day, actually 4 times, because in the morning you get up, you should be using the bathroom within the first hour you're awake. And then about an hour or 2 after your fruits, you should be using the bathroom again. Upon you move to, in the morning with your water, I wouldn't like everybody to try what they call sea moss these days. Very popular. Sea moss has 92 minerals. Our body needs 102 minerals. And sea moss contains 92 of these minerals right off the back. It boosts your energy, rich in iron, improves circulation, help with mucus. Mucus is the underlying issue in just about every disease. It's about 96% of diseases, mucus is in there somehow, some way. Sea moss is a great implementation in your lifestyle. I've been on the sea moss about 4 years. I take it 2 times a day, have it in my tea, put it in smoothies. You can actually cook with it, bake with it. It's many different uses. I'll process my own sea moss myself too. So we'll talk about that later on. Anybody interested in it, get you some sea moss and you see what it's like for yourself too.
So do you take additional vitamins or anything like that?
Yes, I do. In the morning, actually, I take about 12 capsules. These capsules range from Again, I can take 2 sea moss capsules. I take a capsule of bilberry and eye bright, which I make myself. These are for the eyes. I take 2 capsules of moringa, 2 moringa capsules also in the morning for iron. 2 capsules of milk thistle. This helps, heals, and cleanse the liver, which is very important for the bodily function. Have to keep a clean liver. Detoxifies everything through the liver. So we have to continue to clean the liver. What else do I take again? I take so much. Sometimes I don't even remember them all, yo. Chaparral, high in iron again. Good for the heart. So again, yes, I do take different vitamins, herbs, I would call them, to aid in my lifestyle here.
So you take this in addition to the fruits. Is there anything else that you incorporate with these fruits?
Well, talking about fruits incorporated, fruits should be ate on an empty stomach. First thing in the morning. When I say empty stomach, of course, you just had your water. Wait 30 minutes after. You should not be eating, drinking anything while you're eating your food. You should drink an hour after eating, and 30 minutes prior to eating, no liquids. Reason for this is we have enzymes in our stomach that the food needs, food to absorb these foods. We have some enzymes, and if we drink water prior to taking our foods, our herbs, this washes out the enzymes, so we don't get to the full effect of the herbs or the foods that we're eating. We can't get the nourishment from the food if we drink behind what we're eating. You know, we were taught at dinner table, we had a glass of juice or water on the right hand side, and if you remember, your parents told you no food, no drinking while eating. They were correct, but actually they shouldn't even have had the water at the table, because you should wait an hour after so you can digest your food properly, get the proper nutrients from your food, and then you can drink something after. No, nothing with fruits, actually. Your fruits should be your breakfast.
So what does lunch and dinner look like?
Okay, now you get into lunch now. Lunch, I usually have a salad, nice, real big salad I'll have. My salad consists of dandelion, which purifies the blood, kale, dino kale preferably, which full in iron, leafy greens, great to have iron, dark leafy greens, cilantro. Cilantro's please, it's a detoxifier. I have my peppers for vitamin C, it's for water also too. Any as much peppers as you want. Zucchini I use instead of cucumbers. My salad dressing I make myself from cucumbers. A real hearty salad. I put an avocado with it also for protein, because a lot of people ask you, oh, where do you vegans get your protein from? And actually, if you do know science, everything is made up from a protein, actually. So this depends on protein for what you're looking for. Protein for your hair, protein for your nails, protein for your skin. That's another complete different question. But everybody's hooked up on where do we get our proteins. So for a lunch, have the salad, but we could have different things also to have chickpeas, some wild rice also to. These are high in protein, fiber. We need our fiber. And like I said, everybody's asking about protein. But what's more important to me than protein actually is minerals. And the food system is depleted of a lot of minerals that we do need. People are running with the protein. Minerals, like I said, again, way more important than proteins. Minerals has to do with your hair, your skin, many different need for minerals more than protein actually for the body.
So
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, what made you, you said that you were a vegan for 22 years, and then for the last 5 years, you went to a more raw diet, but what made you transition into that? What caused you to make that change?
Um, Studying and watching people who call themselves vegans struggle with their weights. They're heavy set, and it's a problem. The reason for this is that they're eating fruits and vegetables that does nothing for them, actually have them work in their systems twice as hard to break down these foods, has no nutritional value. Going back to the same thing with the carrot and the beets, I know that's why I don't go call myself a vegetarian. I live the alkaline lifestyle, plant-based lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying there's a complete difference. People who say they're vegans, they feel they'll eat carrots and, like I said, those other stuff that has no nutritional value. You're actually giving your body extra work to break these things down, and we're not getting any value, nutritional value from these vegetables and fruits that we're eating, which most people think that they're good. Oh, I'm eating carrot. I had a salad. What's your salad consist of? Um, Tomatoes and just iceberg lettuce. Iceberg lettuce. I don't really. I love to use this word. It's trash. Sorry, whoever's offended, but yeah, iceberg lettuce full of water. I could go have me a cup of water instead of that iceberg. Has no nutritional value, so I wouldn't
You
even
know,
touch it.
they say iceberg lettuce was actually created to feed cows, not humans.
I truly believe that. I truly, like I said, the people who given us these foods to eat, they treat us like animals any which way. So they give us what they give animals to eat. We have to want better for ourselves. We need the information. A lot of people don't like the truth. The truth hurts. Um, have meat eaters that are friends, and they'll say, "Oh, you're eating leaves for dinner," and I'll say, "Oh, you're having a dead animal carcass for dinner," and they'll get so mad. "Oh, why you got to go there with it? It is what it is. It's the truth." Like I said, a chicken, a cow, those are all man-made for us to eat by the man. Got to go back to original where we came from. We came from the earth. We came from food, from fruits, vegetables, seed, and stuff. That's where we need to go back to have what I call a great life. You know, I want my lifestyle. I want to feel good every day. I want to have be in a good mood. And believe it or not, foods do play on your moods, do play on your emotions. I see people when I first got into this lifestyle. I remember going into supermarkets, regular supermarkets, and buying food. And I'm looking at the people, and they're pushing you down, trying to get the biggest piece of meat, trying to get the biggest vegetable, whatever it was. And if you notice the arrogance of them and this meat, this blood in this meat actually plays on your emotions. It really does. Most people who I know who live this lifestyle, they don't have these emotional roller coasters. They don't do that. They don't have that. Um, you know, with eating good, eating clean, you start to think clean. Things come more clearer to you. You see things for what they really are, not what they're told you to be.
So are you
So
completely raw?
I cook. I do cook. Raw would be uncooked meals. I did the raw food diet before. Actually, I did do that while living in New York about 12 years ago. I did a raw diet. Um, I found myself losing a lot of weight on that diet. Actually, I probably wasn't doing it correctly because you shouldn't be. But so I switched back to cooked foods. The only time that I really do cook a meal is actually dinner. where I'll have some wild rice or some quinoa, which is heated up. I cook a lot of mushrooms, but the best thing for us to do actually is to go back raw. Raw. If you go back to the book, Bible, there's nowhere in there that they told you that food was being cooked. He gave them food to eat, but it never told you that food was cooked again. We come from the system where we're taught hot meals does great for us. We need a hot meal. We need 3 meals a day. We're actually only supposed to be really eating when we're hungry. This 3-meal system is where we find a lot of obese people because they're trying to fit in 3 meals within a time. Actually, a meat consumer, I know they really don't know, because you see, we don't even have teeth to break down the meats like a lion and a tiger. They have those canine teeth, those fangs, to rip meats apart. Actually, after a lion or tiger consumes meat, they actually go to sleep for about 17 hours, just so that the meat can be broken down. At that time, human beings, they consume meat 3 times a day. Breakfast is sausage or bacon, lunch is a burger, dinner is a steak. And where do you as a human sit down and give your body 17 hours to digest this food? That's where we're running into problems at.
Those are some very valid points. Can you go back a little bit and give some examples of the alkaline fruits? I know you said that we should eat fruits with seeds, but what are some of the fruits that are specific to the alkaline diet?
Foods that are specific to the alkaline diet, believe it or not, is fruits with seeds. Every fruit with a seed is basically an alkaline fruit. Fruits, apples, berries, very important. Your berries are very, very, very important. All berries except for the cranberry. The cranberry is a man-made berry, which is fake. A lot of people say cranberry, they use it to get rid of all these other different issues. Cranberry creates more issues than it solves issues. There's nowhere in the wild that the cranberry grows. You'll find blueberries. I remember growing up in Brooklyn and playing on the street. We'd have a blueberry tree, a blackberry tree, actually, it was a blackberry tree. And back then they'll tell you, oh no, you're not supposed to eat the fruits off the trees, this, and actually, I wish I was eating those fruits off the trees. Going back into the fruits again, your mangoes, very important. Cantaloupe, your melons, watermelon, and actually the seeds from these fruits can be ate just as is. I wouldn't tell you to eat the apple seed, but grape seeds are great. Grapes help with the circulation, blood circulation, open up your blood vessels. I'd eat the seed from a grape. Watermelon seeds, I eat them. I really put them in my smoothie and blend them up. Those are high in protein, actually. So going back again, when they come to you and they say, oh, where do vegans get your protein? Actually, everything we eat has some kind of protein in it. We eat a lot of beans, different grains, I should say. Let me not say beans. We have different grains that we do eat also too. Grains as far as wild rice, quinoa, farro, teff. These are different Asian grains that hasn't been touched. When I say haven't been touched, hasn't been compromised from their nutritional value. I wouldn't tell you to. Go ahead.
I was going to talk about teff and how do you prepare that? What is teff exactly?
Teff is a grain. It's a grain, just like I said, like a rice. You can actually have teff, many different ways of preparing it. The way I prepare teff is I'll boil it because it's a real thick grain. So I'll boil it And upon boiling it, I'll put it in my blender and process it through my blender again. That softens it out and give you a more smoother texture to it. I consume this as porridge in the mornings, not in the mornings, midday. Sometimes I'll have a porridge for lunch. Because I do have a salad again at dinner time, a small salad. Again, salads are very important.
Someone had a question about how to prepare sea moss. You mentioned the importance of minerals, and sea moss
Sure.
has a lot of minerals, but what is the best way, or how do you prepare it for someone who is not very knowledgeable about sea moss? And where do you get it?
Okay, well, I get my sea moss straight from a friend of mine from St. Lucia. He's in Brooklyn, and I'll order 10 pounds from him and I'll pick it up. Like I said before, if anybody interested in getting sea moss, you can get in touch with Pure Life. They'll be carrying my sea moss in a minute. I'm just waiting on the labeling to come in. Preparation of sea moss. Back prior to me not knowing about preparation of sea moss, I'd buy them from the stores and I'd hear different people preparing it, and most people were boiling it. Upon further studying from other people, I realized boiling the sea moss, you're actually killing the minerals when you add heat to stuff. Just like you're going back about the raw foods, anytime you add heat to things, not everything, to a lot of things, you're killing out some of the properties of these stuff. Sea moss, I'll soak a sea moss in a mason jar, preferably with spring water. I don't consume pipe water. I wouldn't tell anybody in this forum here to drink pipe water. Don't cook with it. I know we have to bathe in it. Unfortunately, that's as far as I mess with the pipe water, as far as bathing in it. You know, if I had another way of bathing in a river somewhere, maybe I would be doing that instead of this pipe water. It's dangerous. In my town, I'm in Springfield, Mass. We just had a notice going around that I guess they usually put, like, let's say 2 grams of chlorine in the water, and somehow 2 extra grams got away. Now we have 4 grams of water, and in the letter it says this water is cancerous. You can boil it all you want. It's not going to change it. It'll still be cancerous. So I do not try to use this pipe water, and I would advise anybody listening to my voice here not to use pipe water to cook your foods, to make your juices. I actually use bottled water to cook with. Poland Springs, actually, I cook with Poland Springs. It's not the best water. It's better than most of the waters. You'd say a lot of waters, they're purified waters. That's just basically has been run through a tap. It's tap water, run through a filtration system and put in a bottle. You could do that yourself at home. You know what I'm saying? And actually the filtration system do not get out most of the chlorine, which is deadly for your body. Your body absorbs chlorine within 3 minutes. If you sit down in the bathtub, you're actually doing bad for yourself because your body is absorbing this chlorine, which is no good for us. It's very toxic. Well, going back to the preparation of the sea moss, though, soak the sea moss. I say 24 hours. Some people do 30. Some people do day and a half. Soak it in spring water. Use a Poland spring water and soak it in that also too. Soak it for 12 hours, preferably in the sun. We are in the north. We're going to about to have a winter, so it's going to be hard for me to prep it in the sun. But I'll find a way how to do it though. But soak it, which is washing it and cleaning it at the same time while you're soaking it, twice. 12 hours. Throw off 1 set of water. Rinse it. Get yourself a fresh set of water again, and soak it again for another 12 hours. And on the next day, toss that water off. You could rinse it again in some water if you want. Throw it in your blender, preferably a Vitamix or a Ninja. I heard Ninjas are pretty good. I'm a more Vitamix person any which way. Put your Vitamix, put enough sea moss to water, blend it, and depend on the consistency that you want, depends on the amount of water that you're going to use. I know a lot of people are always talking about, they call me and ask me, do I have flavored sea moss? I don't believe in flavored sea moss. I believe if you want to flavor it, you flavor it yourself. And people who are actually flavoring sea moss, they're just using the flavoring, the coloring. It's not actually what they say it is. It is what it says. But if you know about natural flavoring, these stuff come from an animal. And again, we want to stay away from animal products. So that would be the preparation of sea moss. Sea moss, you could put it in your smoothies. I put it in my tea, like I said. You put it in your skin, your hair. Great for many different things. Great for many different things. 92 of your minerals that you need on a daily basis. Sea moss again. We actually need, our body need 102 minerals. There is a herb named bladderwhack that will give you the extra 10 minerals. So you can actually get your 102 minerals. And that's the only thing that I would add in the sea moss is bladderwhack. So you could get 102 minerals that we do preciously need.
And you consume the sea moss how many times a day or a week?
Consuming it right now in this tea right here. I'm consuming it right now in this tea as we speak. I would consume it in the morning. I consume it in the mornings, actually in my warm water. I consume it in some warm water. I have it in my smoothies. Right now I'm having it in my tea. And I do have it in capsule forms also. So I do take it 2 capsules in the morning also too, of sea moss also too with my other herbs. So I haven't heard anybody having a problem with using sea moss, but as with everything else, use in, don't overdo it. Put it that way. Let's just don't overdo it.
What are the top vegetables used, specific vegetables used in an alkaline diet?
The top vegetables used in an alkaline diet. Well, kale, number 1. Kale, high in iron. You know, everybody was where you get your iron, where you getting this kale, number 1. All leafy greens, most leafy greens. Like I said, try to stay to organic. Dandelion, cilantro, lettuce too, just not iceberg like we said. Vegetables, cooking wise, you have your mushrooms. Okra is a good vegetable that we do use in this lifestyle. So we use a lot of okra in this lifestyle. Just off the back thinking, what vegetables? Any vegetable basically that I have in my salad, it's the same vegetables that I would eat again. So cook a lot of dandelion. I use a lot of dandelion. Dandelion is great, good for toxin, remove toxins from the body also too. Vegetable wise, any vegetable that's basically, we use a lot of peppers, of course. Use your peppers a lot. But stick to, go ahead.
There's a question about how to prepare the okra.
To prepare the
Okra.
okra. Well, my preparation of okra is I take off the heads off of them, the top and the bottom. I try not to overcook anything. I cook it with some tomatoes, some peppers. No, really not even peppers. I just use tomatoes and onions when I'm preparing my okra, and actually combine okra with kale, mushrooms, and make me a nice plate, a nice veggie plate, like a stir fry. You know, another vegetable that you could use is bok choy. North callaloo. It's very high in iron also too. So we use okra again. You don't want to overcook it because adding too much heat, you're going to kill out the properties, the good properties of these stuff. So okra, light. Going back into preparing foods, actually, one of the biggest things in preparing foods is the oils that we use. That's a very big thing about the oils that we use. Sorry, corn oil, soybean oil, vegetable oil that we've been using, that we've been taught to use. These oils actually do damage to us. A lot of people have come now with, they're leading towards heart attacks, having blood, heart problems, come from the bad oils that we choose. A lot of people use olive oil. Olive oil is good, but olive oil is even better when consumed raw, meaning olive oil at a point, most oils at a point of over 350 degrees is actually starting to burn. That causes problems for us. We don't need burnt oil in our system. We actually don't need too much oil in our system any which way. So the oils that I use that I'd recommend to any and everybody in here is avocado oil and grapeseed oil. These oils have a high point of burning and doesn't burn actually. We used to use coconut oil. Upon further research and learning that coconut oil getting to a certain burning point actually does cause problems for us.
Well, as we come closer to the end of our program, we do want to give everyone an opportunity that if they have any questions, they can ask Dr. Red at this time by unmuting themselves or putting it in the chat.
Yes, I have a question. Good evening, brethren.
Good
evening.
The question I have is, I don't know. I just started reading Counsel on Diet and Health about oils. Are we allowed to use oil, or do we use oil? And how do we know that it's 100% grapeseed oil? What's the best grapeseed oil or olive oil? Because there's so many controversy about oils.
Yep, you're right about that. You're right about that. Like I said, the two oils that I would tell you to use is the grapeseed oil and the avocado oil. Preferably buy them in a bottle. The avocado oil, they come in glass bottles, is preferably better than plastic bottles. Grapeseed oil, I actually happen to get it in a plastic bottle, but it's a dark covered plastic bottle. Those two oils that I just spoke about is what I've been using. And most of the people who is on my lifestyle, they'll use the same kind of oils. And we have no problem with these oils. Was I able to help you with your question?
Yes, my brother, you did well. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
welcome.
yeah,
I'm glad you.
yeah. Can I say something? Can I say something?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes. Good night, everybody. Good night, Dr. Reds. I am a friend of Dr. Reds. I had an issue, ladies. Pain every day. Go to doctor 3 times a week. I used to have to go pay $45 for payment, and then I have to buy the medication and go in the office and open wide. It's not my mouth. And for the pain to go away, they have to put something in my body so the pain could go away, so I could even have a decent quality of life. And when I met him, he started showing me what to eat. I start follow. In the beginning, it was very difficult, but I started. I become disciplined with it. And ladies, the pain is gone. I have such a better quality of life now. I use my money to go to a plant-based restaurant to eat. My doctor has not seen me for so long. That pain center has not seen me. Everybody knew my name. It's a sad thing when everybody in the big doctor's office knows your name. And from then on, I'm following him. He teaches me how to eat. I'll go to Whole Foods and buy my stuff, my vegetables, my all my salads. Um, and I've been eating them. Sometime in the beginning, it was very difficult, but I did it, and now I love it. Now I love this alkaline lifestyle. I have a great quality of life now. I'm not locked in my house like a prisoner. I'm out living life with my bright color pocketbook and my bright color lipstick, just loving life. I am just encouraging him to go on with his testimony, go on with this ministry, and tell everybody that there is healing for us women, especially. And thank him for bringing on this message. Keep on going with the message, brother. Keep on going. Believe me, it works for me. It can work for anybody. He didn't even know I'm going to talk about it. I just know the passion that I have in this good life. I love it now. I love it. Keep on going with your message, my brother. Just keep on going. That's all I got to say. God bless. Shalom. Shalom, everybody.
Thanks
What
for your
a
testimony, sister. Thanks for your testimony.
beautiful.
I have a question. You
Sure.
mentioned that carrots are not good for you, but I grow carrots from seeds. Are those also GMO?
Where did you get those seeds from?
I
That's
got them
important.
from the store and they're supposed to be organic, non-GMO. I mean, yeah, non-GMO carrot seeds. But I don't know where they came from originally. Like if you're saying that carrots are made in the lab originally, they were,
Okay. Let me go back. There's an original carrot that was found was a purple carrot. It was never orange. So that lead me to go back to where you said, where did you get the seed from? It all starts from the seeds. Me personally, I'm not into the carrot from the different study that I have. And actually, carrot really does nothing for your eyes, as they say. Like I said before, anytime we have a fruit or a vegetable that's been into a laboratory, played with, the nutrients are compromised. Anytime they find anything in nature that helps us and is good for us, they find a way to toy with it, play with it, and break it down, and still lead us to believe that it is good for us, that it is helping us, and it's actually just lining their pockets. Actually, I understand you say you're growing your own carrots, which is good. I would assume that you're growing other vegetables too. Hello?
Yes, I have potatoes and all kind of stuff I grow.
Okay.
Okras, peas.
Oh, great. Going back into you just mentioned potatoes a while ago. I'll have the potato and the carrots in the same genre, where they've been played with. An original potato is a purple potato. Again, potatoes are starchy foods. Sugar, total is only 80% sugar. Sugar is those sugars, I should say, that sugar that's coming from these vegetables are the worst sugar for your body. That read a label. One of the first things that I got off of when I got into my journey, I read about was high fructose corn syrup. that's straight sugar. It's not about, if you go into your pantry, in your fridge, I would say 90% of the stuff has high fructose corn syrup in it. That's an addictive additive to your foods that we don't need. Also cause diabetes and give you a lot of more other problems. So be careful, be mindful of what you grow, I would say. Be mindful of what you grow. Grow things that will give you benefits from, you will get good health benefits from.
So other than
Gotcha.
carrots and potatoes, is there anything else that you would add to that list to avoid?
Whew. The list, the
Even
list
if
is
it's just a
actually,
few, because carrots and potatoes are so common in just about everybody's diet. I think that's my biggest takeaway with part of my biggest takeaway with what you said this evening. So if I'm thinking carrots and potatoes, is there another thing that's very common to us that we don't realize is taken,
sure.
it's not beneficial?
Yeah, if you realize nowadays they're pushing cauliflower. It's the biggest fad right now. They're having cauliflower rice, cauliflowers. Anytime you see them pushing something more than another thing, that's when they have compromised it. Took its nutritional value from it, and it's just about making money for them. I think I heard somebody mention pineapples before, if I'm not mistaken. Pineapples were good about 6 years ago. If you remember, one pineapple was $6. Now you could get one pineapple for $3. Those are also GMO these days. They're also GMO'd. Again, like I said, anything that's GMO'd in the lab or a hybrid, you have to consume 6 times the amount to get anything from it. Basically, still, you're giving your body too much work for not enough nutrition, in my estimation.
Christine, you have your hand up?
Yes. I was wondering, did you mention earlier that broccoli was also questionable?
Yes, broccoli is man-made. Actually, you could go into Google and ask them to give you the patent number for broccoli, and you will get a patent number, and they'll tell you exactly how it was made in the lab, and what year, and everything like that. It's crazy when you start to open up and find out different things that's going on with the food system, why we actually do need to start eating correct, clean, and get rid of some of these diseases that we're going through. It's not necessary, they're avoidable. Proper meals, consume the right foods, you won't have these diseases. You'll have a quality life. My friend and I, we get together in the summer times and we go hang out in the park. We have our fruits in the morning and we go to the park about 11, 12 o'clock, and we're in the park walking for about 2-3 hours, talking, and just from the consuming the good foods, it's always good conversation. It's always positive vibration. We don't do negativity. This lifestyle, we don't breed negativity in this alkaline lifestyle. It's hard for you to, because everything is a positive. Anything that we're adding to our body has to be about positive. It has to bring some kind of value to us, you know?
Amen. Anel has her hand up. Anel?
Yes. Is there a particular sea moss that we should consume? I'm more familiar with the Irish sea moss, which is more of a one that you get from the Caribbean. I've been hearing a lot about the African sea moss. So is there a particular sea moss that we should consume?
I like this conversation. I like your topic right now. Actually, me per se, there's nothing named Irish sea moss. It's sea moss. It comes from the sea. These people want to take credit for bringing sea moss to the forefront. Sea moss was in the Caribbean is growing hot climate weather. The best sea moss so far, I got sea moss from St. Lucia, and it has actually been the best sea moss that I've worked with. A friend of mine actually brought some sea moss for me from Jamaica the other day. It was purple, and we thought it would have been good. When she brought it and gave it to me, the quality of the sea moss was real stringy, and you could tell there was no what's the word I'm looking for?
Substance.
Substance to this. Yeah, there was no substance to the sea moss. It's not supposed to be hard, and it's not supposed to be super soft neither too. It's in between. Now that it's so popular, a lot of people selling sea moss, and yeah, there's a lot of fake sea moss going around. Me per se, I can't give you a reputable person to get it from because I only get it from myself. Sorry to say that way. I get it from me. So going back, there's sea moss that they have in the stores that's pre-packed. It's been in the stores for years. You take out that sea moss, you check it, it's very hard. Sea moss is not supposed to be extremely hard like that. Was I able to help you out with your answer?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Keep on using it though. Don't vary from it. Just try to get the right one and consume it as much as you can, sister, as much as you can.
And as said before, Pure Life Health will soon carry a brand, and you can contact Pure Life for it. Are there any other questions before we wrap up? We know that this was a very knowledgeable and exciting conversation, and I know I'm really up to the challenge put before me today, but we do want everybody to leave with all their questions answered. So at this time, does anybody have any questions before we wrap up?
So would you consider Dr. Seby's recipe a good place to start if you're trying to do the alkaline journey?
In my vocabulary, sister, I don't even use good. What you just mentioned a while ago would be the best and the greatest start for you. That's the best starting point. That's the diet. Like I said, I don't really like the word diet. That's the lifestyle that I live by. That's the lifestyle that I promote. I've seen people with cancer went from stage 4 to stage 1. I've known people who have got off different medications for different things just from this lifestyle alone. So yeah, Dr. Seby's alkaline lifestyle is the best start. I would say it's the best lifestyle, especially if you happen to be sickly. It will eradicate you of your disease that you're going through most of the time, depending on what stage you're in though, but you will get some disease from it. Whether you're in stage 4 and you're going to stage 1, there will be a difference for you, which is better than stage 4.
There's a
Thank
question,
you.
I'm not sure, Dr. Red, if you know the answer to this, but there are 2 different Dr. Seby sites since his passing. And the question is, do you know which one to follow?
Well, the 2 sites, from what I know, is the spin-off of his kids and his wife. Most of them are is from his roots, but Sister Ma'a, who I had the pleasure of meeting, which is one of Dr. Seby's ex-wife. She lives in Brooklyn. She has her store in Brooklyn. The name of it is the Fig Tree. Again, the Fig Tree. I would have, if you're trying to get any herbs, or get any more knowledge of Dr. Seby, saying, I would advise you to go to the Fig Tree.
Okay.
I buy their herbs from them too. When I can't get, they sell powdered sea moss with the bladderwrack in it. So if you want to get powdered sea moss and you could put that in your smoothies too, but it's very salty.
Mm.
You could I capsule those. That's where I get my sea moss capsules from. I capsule the same sea moss powder from the fig tree. Again, the fig
Okay.
trees in Brooklyn.
Okay, good to know. Well, we are coming to the end of the program. We want to thank you so much, Dr. Red, for this informative program. We want to shout out George, who's been giving us some knowledge in the chat. We see you, George. And
That's
we
my
just
man.
want
That's my man.
to
That's my part man. That's my
I
part
was
buddy,
wondering,
right?
I said, wait a second, there's a sidekick going on over here, because you would say something and it'd be like, in the chat.
See, I don't even know the chat. I'm kind of used to this whole forum right here. I'm just usually on the phone giving my advice and speaking to people. But
Listen, it's
I'll
a
be open for
wonderful
this any
thing.
other time, though. I had a great
Dr.
time
Red,
here.
George, we
Hope.
might have to have a part two.
Oh,
Might have to have a
anytime you're
part
ready.
two. Like it.
I hope you all tonight received something from my presentation. Note, in order to see the manifestation of this great lifestyle, it takes discipline, and willpower must be your best friend to do this lifestyle. It's great. Try it. Let me know. Get back to me. Again, like you said before, I'm a doctor. My friends call me doctor. I'm not a PhD doctor. I have no degree in this. All my knowledge is from reading and watching, taking notes. So, like I said again, I hope everyone in here got something to take away tonight that will improve your lifestyle. Even if you're just thinking of it, it's a start. Thinking is a start. The mind is powerful. Manifestation.
I love
Well,
that. The
Dr.
mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah. So
Well,
I wish
Dr.
for
Red,
you all. I wish for
Doc-
you. Go ahead.
I want to say thank you for joining us, and I want to say thank you for living the alkaline lifestyle and for all the information that you shared with us tonight. Some of it was new to me, very informative. Did go up on Google and check it out and see all these patents on the things that we use every day. That was
All
very,
right. All right.
so
Yep.
we give thanks for the information, and we want to walk with faith, um, moving on to higher heights in terms of taking care of our temples.
And we just want to close to say that you can find this video shortly on Pure Life Natural Health's YouTube channel. Please go back for anything that you may have missed if you came on the Zoom late. And we just want to close with a short word of prayer. Father, we thank you for this opportunity to meet with Dr. Red and for him to share his knowledge with Zoom and actually to share it with the world, because whenever you receive positive information, you tend to pass that information on to someone else. So we challenge everyone to do what you have to do to have good health. And when you gain knowledge, we ask that you share that knowledge. So help us to be disciplined, help us to have greater understanding when it comes to good health. And we just ask that you would bless Pure Life Health Ministries and Dr. Red and all those associated with these ministries that are helping others to live better, optimal, healthy lives. So we thank you and we give you the glory and the honor. In your son, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Shalom.
So thanks again, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Wish everyone here good health and prosperity. Blessings.
Blessings indeed.
All
Good night.
Thank
right.
you.
Good night.
Good night.